Hello students. So this is second lecture on The Blind Assassin. We have already discussed the summary of this novel and today we are going to discuss The Blind Assassin as a postmodernist fiction. Now, The Blind Assassin was the novel for which the Canadian writer Margaret Atwood received the Booker Prize in 2000. And the form of this novel has triggered off ambivalent reactions among reviewers. They said that it is an intricately plotted book and that it is a multi layered narrative. Why? Because the memoir of Iris Chase is being interspersed with chapters from her sister Laura's novel, The Blind Assassin. Now, inside this fiction, we see that it was The Blind Assassin by Laura was published posthumously in 1947 and it became a bestseller. Now, this novel, the embedded narrative one, is about an illicit love affair between a man and a woman who, after lovemaking, used to tell each other science fiction stories about an alien planet, Zychron, where there is a blind assassin who falls in love with a sacrificial maiden, the girl whom he supposedly had to assassinate, but he finally elopes with her. So, I have told you this thing in the summary also. Now, the feminist critic Elaine Shaw Walter praises the novel for its feminist content in her New Statements article, Virgin Suicide. And she mainly reads this novel by Atwood as a woman's novel about female victimization. Okay, female victimization. However, Alex Clark, in his The Guardian's article, Vanishing Act, states that the novel falls short of making an emotional impact. Nevertheless, he praises Atwood for demonstrating once again that she has mastered the art of creating dense, complex fictions from carefully layered narratives. In fact, Molly Hyde, in her paper Tongueless in Toronto, which was published in Women's Review of Books, March 2001, writes that The Blind Assassin is a historical novel which was bolstered by intensive research. Thus, it can be observed that Atwood's The Blind Assassin is being praised for its spectacular narrative by the reviewers. Now, this novel fits in the tradition of postmodernist historical fiction. Atwood, in this novel, uses techniques to blur the distinction between fact and fiction. Now, if we analyze the kind or category of postmodernist fiction this novel falls in, the novel The Blind Assassin is actually a historiographic metafiction, a kind of writing which became a worldwide phenomenon ever since the 1960s or 1970s. Okay, now before delving deep into this topic, how this novel is a postmodernist fiction, we need to understand what we mean by postmodernism and how it was different from modernist attitudes. So, this we are going to deal in the next lecture, which would be on postmodernism. Thank you.